Welcome to the 1204. I was just on a live chat of a vegan YouTuber who goes by the name Virtue Postmortem. I was going back and forth with Virtue Postmortem. And then, predictably, her fans, her subscribers all joined in. And it was just too much writing. The chat was moving up very quickly, so didn't have a time. So obviously didn't have much time to read everyone's responses. So I thought it was only right that I make a video and I can explain myself properly, and hopefully, Virtue Postmortem will hear this and actually respond because I believe it was a very interesting conversation we was having until we got interrupted by your subscribers. I have seen so many vegan debates, and I can confidently say that a lot of vegans read from the same script. There is a one size fits all when it comes to a vegan debating a meat eater. It's the same weird hypotheticals. They ask, would you eat a dog? Would you eat your mum? Would you eat your dad? Just silly stuff. But they always land that vegan bomb. And that is, does legality equal morality? And whenever that bomb is dropped, the meat eater appears to be stuck on stupid and they can't get out of it. And then the vegan has the meat eater where the vegan wants him or her. And then the vegan absolutely runs rings around the meat eater. I don't understand why, because I think that is a very, very simple question for one to answer. So I'm going to answer it now. Because I tried to answer it in the chat, but it was just too much typing going on. Absolutely, yes. For the most part, anyway. Legality does equal morality. Because I think what you vegans fail to realize, and I'm not saying this to be insulting, is that morality is not a one size fits all. Because a lot of vegans believe that everybody should have the same moral compass. Everybody should, and it should have the same morals. And I'm sorry, but that is just not reasonable. That is not a reasonable way of thinking. Let me get five people right now. They're all going to have five completely different morals. If everybody had the same morals, everybody would be voting for the same politician. Everybody would be praying to the same sky daddy. Everybody will be, I mean, we won't have all these conflicts in the world. Morality, how one gets their morals, depends on many factors. It could be upbringing by parents. It could be influences by older siblings, friends, the area they grew up in, the church they went to, the mosque they went to, the synagogue they went to. It all depends. But one thing is for sure, morality can also be influenced by legality. Yes, I'm getting there. Let me give you an example. Most people in the United Kingdom, now, not all, but most, because remember, morality is not a one size fits all. Most people in the United Kingdom, we can all admit that a 50-year-old man marrying a 12-year-old girl is disgusting. We know that's disgusting. And the reason why we believe that's disgusting is because the law supports that. If there was a 50-year-old man trying to hook up with a 12-year-old, he will be in prison. So the law states that. The law supports that. And because that is against the law, we automatically believe that a that is a set of good morals. That if you're a man of that age, you shouldn't be looking at girls under that certain age. But here's the thing: if you go to other countries, for a example, I was in Nigeria not too long ago, and there was a man that I knew, and he was telling me that his daughter is going to get married. His daughter was 13 at the time, and the man she was going to marry was in his 50s. Guess what? I think that's absolutely disgusting. But that man wasn't breaking any laws. Everyone in that part of Nigeria, which was the north of Nigeria, may I add, and these were Hausa or Fulani people who are Muslims, they thought that was a good thing. They thought that was a good thing. Because of the society that they have grown up in. And maybe even their religion supports that kind of thing. They have no problem doing that. I think is disgusting. Most people in the United Kingdom, we think that female genital mutilation is disgusting and abhorrent. But guess what? In certain parts of the world, people don't have a problem with that because of the society they grew up in, the area they grew up in. People think that's normal. They think it's moral. They think there's nothing wrong with that. But whether it's over here in the United Kingdom, we think that cutting off a girl's clitoris is immoral and disgusting. The reason why we think that here is because it's illegal here. Guess what? Most people think that stealing is wrong. Guess what? Stealing is against the law. So it's no coincidence that the things that we believe are wrong, the things that are illegal, people it happens to fit into their moral compass. No one has a problem with the law when it says that a man cannot get with a young girl. No one has a problem with the law when it says that you cannot steal or you cannot kill a human being, by the way. Most people will actually agree with that part of the law. So when you vegans are asking people, but just because something's legal don't make it right. Like I said, morality is not a one size fits all. And vegans have this thing where they believe that everybody's morals should be the same. And that is just not realistic, I'm afraid. You people are not being realistic. Listen, I shoot animals and I skin the animals. Well, depends what animal it is. Pluck the feathers, skin it, gut it, then I eat it. Well, not straight away, actually. I actually cook it. Well, I season it, then I cook it. But yeah, you get the drift. I think that's perfectly fine. You guys don't think that's perfectly fine. I think it's perfectly fine that you don't think what I'm doing is fine, even though I think it's fine. Yes, we can talk about it if you want, but I must warn you, you will be wasting your time because I do not find the eating of meat immoral. I see these animals as food, and I see nothing wrong with somebody getting fed. Now you can try to come at me with weird hypotheticals of listen. Look, I mentioned the vegans and their weird hypotheticals. One dude in the comment section said to me, "Oh, do you think it's okay to set a dog on fire?" What the fuck are you on about, me? So because I like to eat chicken and I like to eat pheasants or whatever I like to eat, you're asking me about setting a dog on fire? Alive. What has setting a dog? Listen, let me just entertain you guys weird hypotheticals. Do I think it's okay to set a dog on fire? Do you know what? I have no problem with you setting a dog on fire. There it is, I said it. And I'm not being facetious here. I'm being honest. I personally wouldn't set a dog on fire. Because, why would I set a dog on fire? What would be the purpose of me setting a dog on fire? Now, I know what you're going to say because I've seen how you people debate. You're going to say, oh, but I get sensory pleasure from setting a dog on fire. Okay, cool. Knock yourself out. Go and set the dog on fire then. Go and set the dog on fire. Because honestly speaking, I would not lose sleep over it. I would not lose sleep over you setting a dog on fire. It's not my dog. I'm not a dog person, so go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. So if I say it's okay for you to set a dog on fire, would you now leave people alone who are eating meat? Well, of course you wouldn't. Because first, what they did was they asked, would it be okay if they were eating dogs? Now, listen, they probably thought they were chatting to a white man because we know how white people are when it comes to dogs. White people love dogs, this equivalent to the love they have for human beings. In fact, I would argue that white people even love dog more than human beings. So they didn't realize they was talking to me. And by the way, for the record, I've actually tasted dog before, actually. Yeah, I'm not joking. Obviously not in the UK. And it wasn't too bad. It just tasted like meat. So when they asked, yeah, is it okay for me to kill a dog and eat it? I said to them, okay, let's add a bit of context into that hypothetical. Whose dog are you killing? Are you talking about your neighbor's pet? Because obviously, yeah, that's not okay. It's not your property. But if it was your own dog now, I don't care if you want to eat your own dog, it's your dog. And then the person said to me, oh, but what about, well, not the person, it was actually virtual post-mortem. She said to me, what about if I was to go out and kill a stray dog and eat it? And I said to her, well, go ahead, that's fine. As long as you're going to eat it, go and kill the stray dog and eat it. But what about if I cut the head off slowly? If I just strangle it? I'm like, Listen, now you're getting all weird. That's not that's not even a good example. That is false equivalence. I'm talking about shooting a fucking bird and eating it, and you're talking about first you move the goalpost. You're talking about how you want to kill the dog to eat it, and I said, listen, I don't have a problem with you eating something that you've killed or killing something that you're going to eat, should I say? But then you move the goalpost. You're telling me about setting dogs on fire. Listen, I honestly don't care if you want to set a dog on fire. Do you know what I mean? Now I know what they're going to do now. Now they're going to move on to human beings. So let me just entertain that idea. And what was she calling me? 1 to 1. Anyway, 12 or 4, miss. So you're going to ask me now, would I care if a human was being set on fire? Yeah, I would care about it. I would care about a human being. Of course. I don't want to see human beings suffer. I have a problem with you killing a human being. But guess what? Regardless of how I feel about you killing a human being, I'm still going to shoot and eat pheasant. I'm still going to eat chicken. I'm still going to eat meat. So again, it makes no difference. You can talk about raping people and killing human beings. Listen, I'm against all that, but I'm still going to eat meat. Because what it boils down to with you people is you people believe, and you must believe, that human beings are on the same level as animals. And you must do, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be using the human beings for your hypotheticals. So deep down, you guys believe that. You won't admit that, but you do believe that. But the thing is, I don't. So there's actually nothing you guys can say to me. I know where meat comes from. Oh fuck. Shit. Pardon me. So I know where meat comes from. Meat does not grow in the trees. The steak that we see in the supermarkets, that's in the little pretty packets, in the plastic packets. I know that meat does not fall from the tree looking like that. Or don't fall out of the sky looking like that, should I say. It was once a living, breathing thing. I get it. A sentient being, right? It had feelings, it had a personality. I mean, it had blood in its veins. That's fine. But I still don't care, and I'm still gonna eat it. So there's absolutely nothing you guys can tell me. Do you know what I mean? Your scaremongering, your weird hypotheticals, your shotgunning of questions, your bombardment, it's not gonna work over here. See, the difference is, yeah, I have no problem with what you guys are doing or what you guys are consuming, but you guys have a problem with what I'm consuming. And this is why I said it before, that veganism, in my opinion, this is why you don't see black vegans. You don't. This is why vegans are all white. Majority of them are white. Don't get it twisted. I've seen a lot of non-white well, plant-based people. I wouldn't even call them vegans. So those people who call themselves um who are vegans, who are sorry, those people who refer to themselves as vegans, who are non-white, they're not actually vegans. They're plant-based. There's a difference. Now they have the same diet as vegans, but they don't share the vegans' beliefs and all that kind of stuff. Because vegans are weird. And now I am being insulted. I think you guys are weird. Veganism is for white people. The reason why you see white people in veganism is because to be a vegan, yeah, this is first world problems. Do you think people from other countries from third world countries, as if they don't have enough to worry about. Most of them don't even, as if they don't have enough to worry about in the countries they live in. Most people would be happy to eat anything in those countries. And you think they're going to worry about the feelings of a chicken? Like, only a white person would worry about something that trivial. Peace and love.